Royalties of peace, stealing the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. How we are doing today? Oh yes, it is my water day, and I have to bring to us this beautiful video, hoping that we are able to reflect together while traveling this road to perfect peace. Aware it takes peace, stealing the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. Today is October 25th of 2023. Yes, our October month is almost over with, and how I love the October month and really hope we get to appreciate it for what it is than we do. Now understanding what the October month is, it is so special like December. Wow, 3 months on a row to the completion of the year. October, November, and December. Very, very unique months. Like a trinity, they are together. A time when you begin to renew your mind, preparing yourself for the next year. Writing this book, The Trophy. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful family of seven. Mr. Hope and Mrs. Hope, who had 4 children, Nice, Joy, True, and Now. The long-term holiday was around the corner and the children had to have an activity that builds commitments. The parents became aware of the children struggling with keeping to commitment, and the father had a great idea, a race. A race. A race. Running a race helps you to grow the commitment skill, commitment to the journey to wellness. It's amazing how with this little story that I'm trying to write, like for kids story, is for us to understand the physical race could be limited, could be ignored. A child could get sick and it does not take place. But with the race we have of this journey to perfect peace, we call it a journey, but it's a race because it is all about the earliest we seek wellness, the better. The earliest we complete the journey, the better. That is how quickening we deserve to be at the destination perfect. Our trophy awaits. Our trophy awaits. Our trophy awaits. Yes, in few more days will be Halloween. Oh, that's my beautiful pumpkin. I do honor Halloween. If you ask me why, it's of the wisdom I have found in it. It is really true. Gold is buried in the ground, but it is not supposed to be in the ground. So do not try to find your gold all the time from the ground. Do not do not keep trying to find your gold by digging the ground. You need not dig the ground to find your gold. Gold is not supposed to be buried. Why is it in the ground? Why are we finding our treasures but from digging the ground? It is very important for us to realize how upside down we are when we are supposed to be upright. The reason we go digging is to remind us we are upside down. They need to reverse upright, looking like buried. when we are alive. Somehow, we even get to call ourselves dead walking. We have all sorts of names to express our complicated state of being, the solid state of being, the ice age. Have I pleaded? Ice sublimes, water evaporates. The gaseous state can be perfect peace, where there is no battlefield. We have learned from physics, where there is no collision. This physical or figurative of expression, just to enable us to understand of the mind. We have learned happiness can be so enjoyable, even though your cheeks may start hurting you. But within, we know that happiness is the most beautifulest thing ever. Why are our cheeks hurting? Why is our head bumping after laughing for too long, after being happy for too long? A reminder we are in a complicated state, just like how digging for our treasures remind us we are upside down. Why do we labor to care for ourselves? Why do we labor to feed? Why do we labor? We are supposed to be in a place of perfect peace, place of no labor, upside down, upside down. We cannot give up. When exhausted and getting on and going on calmer, we only awaken, needing to restore. And the longer we keep on going on calmer, we only want to get restored one day and regret all the commas we have had. It is very essential for us to really look onto the trophy. Accuracy, I said in the last video, going ghosting, must have the accurate mind. We all have found ourselves in very different bodies. That if you want to tell someone today you cannot be in that body, and they're like, this is the body I had all my life, what do you want me to do? The Wizards of Oz. I tried watching that movie and I'm really yearning to watch it, like really follow it to the complete understanding. I'm not trying to go into the woods to know what ghosts are like. I'm not trying to go into the ghost hunting fields to find out what ghosts are. That is not how much I yearn about spirituality or of the supernatural of humanity. I just need just the basics to understand. The mind is sufficient. No one needs to force water into you, but the drop you have is sufficient. It is you to be able to take what you can because everyone is different. I cannot force a child to learn more than what they know. If they are disturbed, they will let you know. If someone is hindering them from getting what is right, they will know at the end. Yet, do we let those who are trying to deprive others from learning right to get hurt, to hurt themselves? Should we fold our arms and let the children grow up in regrets? Trick and treat, trick and treat. Have the right mind, the accurate mind, the end goal. When you have the end goal, you can, even if you fall, you have a support system, which is the end goal, to back yourself up and stand. You have a reason to stand and why you will stand. You will not give up on yourself because of the destination perfect peace. No matter the disruptions, I tell you, it is not easy. If you've run a race and you know the purpose you are, in that race, you will be committed. You will do all your best to reach the line, the finish line. and fall there. And whatever wants to happen, that is up to whatever wants to happen. You must reach your end goal. When you watch a racer race, the effort they put at the end, my, it's like death do us part. When there is no death, nothing can do us part, is what it is. When we say death do us part, we know that there is no death. It means it is forever. There is no death. Yes, we go about death do us part until death do us part, until death do us part. There is no death. All we're saying is nothing can do us apart. We can only grow into more. When two get together, their aim is for the whole to become of expected, the holistic state. Accuracy. The accurate mind is very essential when traveling this road. Peace steers the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking unto perfect peace. It is important to enable books that children can really learn from with the right words. We've used a lot of the Jacks, the Johns, the Marys, the Susans. It was really a good idea to name people by adjectives: charity, beautiful, kind. You feed the child with more than just little. Good is never more, it's always enough. No matter how much you put into a child of good, can never be more than enough. Going ghosting should be of the right mind, is what I really want to plead today. The mind of perfect peace. Aware when we are done with this complicated state, whatever your ice age may look like to you, those that are not here with us anymore of the physical being, maybe in their dream are still with us. Whatever their sleep may be to them, we say they have gone to sleep. Though not here with us in the physical, we know there is mind, there is a mind that backs every existence. Not being able to see their faces does not mean they don't exist. Whatever they left with us is still a mind backing it. Must we be able to enable wellness and not complicated griefs, make lessons out of mistakes, and make blessings out of lessons. Talking about a pumpkin came to my mind. Yes, Thanksgiving is all about turkey, a great expression of you cannot bleed. Putting that big animal before you and cutting into pieces and reflecting on it suddenly feels like, what if it was one of us on the table? It bleeds. It's a pet. Pet meaning family, the closest to us. And you cease from hurting an innocent turkey, not an enemy, not even a lion. No one can go close to a lion to put on the table. But a turkey, so innocent and ignorant, was supposed to nurse a turkey, but we put it on the table. And then I asked myself, what about the pumpkin? What about the Halloween pumpkin? What is its message? Obviously, it is very true. It was a bitter truth for me. I stuttered before I could really say it because I am guilty. Cease from eating. Even pumpkin is family. Plants are family. Two kingdoms against each other, the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. I remember when I was younger, my teacher would sing this song, which kingdom do you belong to, the animal kingdom or the plant kingdom? And we'll be naming everything that belongs to the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom. And I'm like, wait a minute. It begins to make so much sense now. Then it sounded silly and fun, but now it's so much knowledge that I'm beginning to ask myself, wow, if someone comes into your kingdom, oh, talking about the aliens, it's like, wait a minute, they don't have any feeling. They are mean. The plants should be saying the same thing about us. But how do we solve this? Being man, being humans of higher minds, how do we solve this? It's of ceasing from multiplying. It's the matter of ascending. When I say ceasing from multiplying, some people get really, really worried about it. Like, wait. What are you saying? I should stop having children? Are you crazy? I have had children myself, and I have known of orphans. Some will say, but well, it's not my fault that they're orphans. You don't even know your tomorrow. Talking about this brings gambling. Gambling is a very, very interesting game and entertainment. And of recent, our one of my teachers brought this up to us about gambling. Like, it is legal. What do we think about it? And I was like, gambling is okay if you know what gambling is. Gambling is not for everybody. Gambling is a means of giving to your society, having while being able to have fun. It's like it's 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 a given with benefits. It's a given with benefits. Sometimes you benefit even more, and when you benefit even more, you know what to do. You know other charities to go to, right? It's an interesting way of giving back to the society if you are understanding. Because what you bet should be with wisdom. If you have that wisdom, you know how to bet. Gambling is not a crime. Gambling is very beautiful because it honors you back, right? Those who it tries to help those who feel greedy to get to be generous, okay? And then when they have come to the place of being addicted to it, they begin to realize what gambling was all about, and they are being able to be generous. They begin to realize they've been generous without even knowing. Okay, it's the matter of communication. Therapeutic communication is moral communication. It's communication with integrity. It's amazing how things are playing back, thinking about the physical life, our ice age. I'm trying to bring all this little simplicity that we carry on with social life for us to understand what we're doing in the ice age of journey. So many forms of journey that we call complicated, but if we have the right mind of understanding exactly what it is really into, we'll be able to applaud and cherish every lesson into a blessing. I'm not saying we don't have mistakes. We do have mistakes. We have to turn them into lessons, like eating animal in the first place, ghosting, ghosting animals out. Instead of us showing them how to ghost out, we are ghosting them out to help ourselves, not really helping ourselves, but hurting ourselves to regret at the end. Some things that I regret today, some may say I don't regret it. Well, others will regret it for you. And if we have to be out there and watch others regret it for us, it's going to be very sad because we should have been better role models. It doesn't mean that we're not role models in one way or the other. We are role models being lessons. We could do even better being a blessing than only just a lesson. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be against anyone, but that we should be able to see the lessons that we are making. Yet we should know we can be even better of a blessing than just a lesson. Peace turning the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking into perfect peace, the trophy that awaits us. You want to reach to get your trophy by being a blessing maker. It's up to you, it's up to me, it's self will. But at the end, your tears will not be only for you, but us all, right? Which is why we have to try to encourage each other healthily. Because sometimes we realize that we were even the reason why something reached out there of expected, of how we nag on them with the truth. You don't nag at someone with the truth. It's complicated, it's upside down. It's like burying gold in the ground, asking them to dig it when it is time for us to be able to have all the golds out. We should by now have dug all gold in this world of 4.6 billions of years. We should be having the mansions right now, like all the golds are out. We should be having the mansions and golden houses. Everything should be gold out here. But why is it a struggle? Because we still hurt animals. We still carry leather. We still bruising those we should be rejoicing with. And how do we even know this? We carry dogs like family. It's a very good it's a very good expression of we are hurting our friends we should be celebrating with. What's the point of being in a party and bashing on someone else and having you can have fun completely? This is partial happiness. We are experiencing a partial happiness. This is accuracy month. Halloween. Halloween is crying out loud for the sake of animals. The wooing in the woods, all this complicated existence of being is just to express that if we cannot understand that animals are family, are we ever going to understand that plants are family? That is what the pumpkin is crying out unto us. Should we cease from eating plants when you haven't even known how to take care of your own brother? A plant, an animal, an animal. The only way we can cease from eating plants is by all ascending gracefully, no one descending. We ascend and no longer descend. We are on a journey. It's time to really explain what we are doing. We are on a journey. It's time to reorientate all the glory that we are. We are the goal. We are the goal. We've been working really hard for a long time. Thank goodness for currency. Thank goodness for money, capital. We are able to come to an understanding, the royalties that we are, than just laborers in vineyards or farms, nomads. We are royalty. Going ghosting, the pumpkin lanterns. The pumpkin lanterns help us to understand the light that is in plants. It was about realizing eating plants is not the solution, but the fullness of the mind. The true pumpkin is the mind. Our head carries the ori. The African tradition says that the orishas, when we are humans, when we go to seek our spiritual fathers in the shrines, they refer to the ori, the perfect peace of the mind, to find tranquility. Spirit is the mind, according to psychology, mentality. There is a physical mind and the spirit mind. The physical mind is the one struggling with the battlefield. There is the ori, which is the spiritual mind, which is perfect peace that has no taste of complication. Our origin, our true self before the ground that we are experiencing of the complicated. Now, so complicated. Started with the physical mind, and then the physical mind has grown into objects that we see of the physical, and now so complex of a whole body system. I want us to reflect concerning the pumpkin, lantern, going towards Halloween. It's time to readdress Halloween for the holy that it is. How we have been masquerading it and trying to make it look so awful and just expressing of how long someone is angry or in tears, in a frown. We try to draw the face and it looks weird and it starts affecting us and we start calling it creepy. When the physical is already creepy enough, the physical mind was already creepy enough before every other complicated that we see. Our holy pumpkin is worthy to learn from. The first family we had was plant to look up to before we started eating on animals. The plant kingdom was meant for us to look up to. The animal kingdom was supposed to look onto the plant kingdom before we started ravaging ourselves. The plant has been for so long in the complication. The battlefield of the mind should not be your identity, but your diagnosis seeking wellness. Do not let your sickness hold you captive, but rather seeking wellness. Hold on to your identity true of perfect peace while healing the complicated to perfect. No one giving up. I hope we are doing well throughout this month and preparing safely for the Halloween festival on the 31st of October. Buying our right candies. The plant is begging for us to become vegans, to cease from eating animals so we can complete its mission. Our finish is with the plants. Our completion is in the plants. Our treasure is in the plants. Until we cease from feasting on each other of the animal kingdom, we cannot find the treasure that is in the plant awaiting us, of advancing to wellness perfect, of none left behind. Let us travel this road gracefully, reflecting together. Ghosting, going ghosting should be with the accurate mind. Going ghosting should be with the ori, mind of perfect peace. Might have been misinterpreted for so long, but now of awareness of wellness should interpret it of expected. It is holy. It has no curse. It does not curse. That which curses is the physical mind, not the ori. Our true self cannot hurt, but rather the complicated of us hurting must we heal from the ice age, the dream, the nightmare, back to perfect peace. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. Happy holiday. I hope we have a great Halloween this year. Healing from our complicated state should be a smiling pumpkin. The witch is looking more beautiful. Their wrinkly should become pressed back to a smile. Too long they have worked and stressed, some even more complicated, of too much work and exhausted. It's time for us to restore, like patients, back to wellness so they can also have rest. The a complicated way of expressing to us of too long not hearing. When the mother pampers the child for too long and the child is not listening, the mother spanks the child. It's very common with us of the Ice Age. But when the child is growing, the child begins to learn that and refuses to be spanked by being of integrity. The more we become of matured, we be of more integrity than despair and friends to our parents than only a child. Let us heal. Healing are supernatural beings called witches and wizards. For so long, they have been parents. You could call them mean, you could call them kind. Some children are also now acting confused. We must be able to resolve, aware of the existence of supernatural. It's not just human, but all existence. Even the stone is an existence to them. Yet does not mean we cease from our integrity and self-worth, but friends, not enemies, but friends, yet with respect, mutual relationship, respect with each other, aware of those that are confused, needing restoration, be of the supernatural or of the physical, of our Ice Age. Let us work with restoration, reversing from our creepiness to outstanding of perfect peace. Even flesh is creepy. The Ice Age is creepy. It's creepy. We look forward to the trophy of the gaseous state where there is no collision, no creepiness, no shot of knowledge. Shot of knowledge is what is creepy. Have I pleaded? Let's try to work with the accuracy mind so that we can heal from creepiness of every existence. Wellness perfect. Higher beings we are, humans. It's what's starting with us, the initial step to wellness perfect. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for next Wednesday. Will be the 1st of November, Thanksgiving month. I hope we have a blessed Halloween. Stay tuned for next Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Peace steals a storm back to peace that has no storm, looking unto perfect peace.